Hello everyone, how are you? I'm Giuseppe Rosa, and in this podcast of 7 minutes we will show you.
Hello, I'm Salomé Ortiz and I'm 13, and today we're going to be talking about some problems that Bucaramanga and Floridablanca have. A beautiful city, but with some environmental issues. Let's start, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
So tell me, Giuseppe, do you know anything about Bucaramanga?
I know that Bucaramanga is called the city of the parks because of his big number of public parks and recently celebrating 40,000 years of existence.
Actually, Bucaramanga was founded 1398 years ago, in December 22 of 1622. It was founded by Miguel Trujillo and the Capitan Andrés Páez de Sotomayor. Initially, the town was declared as Real de Minas, mostly because it's gold exploitation. In 1969, Bucaramanga acquired the city title, even though it was already nominated as the capital of Santander in 1857. So, tell me, Giuseppe, do you know anything about the metropolitan area of Santander?
I know that it's confirmed by Bucaramanga, La Floridablanca, Girón, and Piedecuesta, right?
Exactly, but even though Bucaramanga is known for their parks, contamination in the air, the lack of thousands of trees, the destruction of natural reserves, the low recycling rate, and the bad management of waste, between other problems, could cause an environmental crisis. But today we're going to concentrate in the waste and garbage part, which is affecting all the metropolitan areas.
Yes, but do you know if soil waste management is a social issue, environmental issue, or both?
I'm not really sure if I'm being honest. It seems to be an environmental issue, but it could also be a social one.
Okay, but it's actually both. The waste and garbage that is produced every day in Bucaramanga, it affects the environment a lot. But it's also a social issue, mostly because the waste produced is of people and citizens not recycling and not knowing how to or just don't caring about it. So you can see a lot of waste and garbage in the parks and public spaces. Against mostly seeing the parks like El Parque de la Pera.
There are some organizations and group of people that try and clean these parks, but the amount of waste is that big that this isn't enough. And the government doesn't help much, having in mind how some parks look and how they could be so beautiful if they were cleaner with less garbage or preferably with non-garbage all around the floor. And this not only affects the parks, it can affect bus station, gas station, public spaces, etc. So I have a question for you. You know when the solid waste crisis broke out in Bucaramanga?
Okay, the Vertedero del Carrasco started work since 1978, began as an open-air dump. In this space, contamination, environment, and social problems had begun to appear, since it was not controlled by any authority and it did not have the necessary infrastructure for the sustainable management of garbage. El Carrasco doesn't meet the requirements of Colombia law to be a solid waste final deposit site, especially for the following reasons. It's located less than 1,000 meters from the Palomro Negro International Airport. It's close to the water sources that can be contaminated, such as the La Iglesias. It doesn't have the technology required to be sanitary landfill. It doesn't have the environmental license for the competent authority so that they can work on save the sites among others.
Also, I would like to say, in 1985, it was discovered that El Carrasco was contaminating near water networks such as La Iglesia stream, how we say previously. It was affecting a lot of streams and water sources.
As a result of the fact that the sanitary landfill was frozen in the air and on the health of the inhabitants of the El Porvenir network, which are adjacent to the final waste deposit area. Popular Action number 2002 was established.
Giuseppe, tell me, do you think it's a problem that this is a problem that we can solve, that can all be solved by institutions and its population, or how can it be solved?
Okay, it can be not solved just with Florida Blanca's apportation. Although Florida Blanca is one of the urban cities of the zone that use the vertedero de Carrasco, it cannot do it by himself, as garbage dump of almost the metropolitan area of Bucaramanga, Florida Blanca, Girón, Piedecuesta, Río Negro, Playón, and Matanza. Also, in 2012, there were even more towns like Surata, Vetas, Liberia, Tona, Zapoca, etc. Despite of all terms, these towns just confirm the 1% of all the trash sent to a Carrasco.
So, this is also a problem that the location produces 1% of all, and these towns have a massive less amount of trash. So the change is radical more easy. The institutions responsible for the waste management are the Ministry of the Environment, Housing and Territorial Development, and the municipalities that use it. So Giuseppe, how do you think we can solve the problem?
There's many ways of help reduce the amount of waste productions every day by making people more aware of the situation. Still, even if they know the consequences. Most probable thing is that most people wouldn't care anyway. So I think that they should create some kind of rule that consists on the people that don't recycle and throw garbage in public spaces, that immediately appear on all infractions. This rule already exists, but it should be more harsh, immediately having a warning at anyone that doesn't recycle or damage public spaces throwing garbage. So, what can we do, like Colombian people we are, to solve this?
We can do a lot to help reduce this issue actually, but something that we could also do is learn and start recycling correctly every day, throwing in the corresponding garbage the waste you have and separate it correctly. But most importantly, teach children since they're small to acquire these good habits so we can have a generation that knows how to maintain a city clean and healthy for everyone and everything.
Thank you very much, Salome.
Thank you so much, Giuseppe, for attending this podcast. We'll see you next time.
I will see you next time. Thank you to everybody that it's
Bye.
here. Ciao.